What's up, friends? Far and wide across the expanse of the earth, my name is MissClick, and today is a very special video because we have officially hit 100,000 subscribers. Cue the audience applause. Jordan? Jordan, can you cue... Jordan! Can you cue the audience applause, please? Yay! So, in honor of 100,000 subscribers today, I decided to open up a Curious Cat account and ask you guys to ask me anything you absolutely wanted. I did say to keep it safe for work, but something tells me some of you guys did not. For those of you who did not ask safe for work questions, those are gonna kind of get cut out, and you're not gonna get invited back to the party. All right, so I'm gonna read through, and if there's repeat questions, sorry if we skipped your question. It's nothing personal. It just means it existed before. So don't worry about it. It's nothing personal, except I just don't like you. So we're gonna read through. It's probably about, I think you guys submitted anywhere from like 150 questions somewhere. And we're gonna blast through these as fast as we can. I'm gonna try not to talk too much. Jordan, just cut me off in the middle of a sentence. First off, just want to say a huge thank you to my patrons. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. Thank you. Love you. Bless you. If you'd like to be a patron, it's linked down below. So, you know, you could be right here. I'll be for you. Anonymous asks, is this thing on? Yes, this is on. Anonymous asks, can you show cat? Had to put Mittens down on Monday and I'm sad. Rest in peace, Mittens. You will be loved and missed forever. This is my son, Tack. If you haven't met him, now you have.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
Who is your favorite chat member? And if you could do anything in the world, what would you do? Probably would have to be my bots. My bots keep all of y'all in line. Shout out to my mods too, but my bots, they're pretty much the coolest things in creation since sliced bread. So love you, bots. You're great. Thanks for spamming my mom out and putting her in timeout. It's kind of satisfying. How was your day today? My day was great. Thank you for asking. I've been having a great time, great month, great year. It's been great. How was yours? What got you into video games? A very boring babysitter. Yes. Very boring babysitter. There was a Sega sitting there and I started playing Sonic. What made you decide to get into creating content on Twitch and YouTube? It actually was suggested to me by a dear friend. I was playing, I don't even remember what game I was playing. I was playing like BioShock Infinite or something like that. And I was dying left and right. And I'm screaming and raging. And they're like, haha, you're so funny when you do horrible at video games. I'm like, huh, thank you. And they're like, you should stream. And I was like, no, that's weird. Who would want to watch people play video games online? Greatest time to be wrong was during this time. So shout out to that person. You know who you are. Who is the best Xenoblade character and why is it Dixon? Okay, first off, not funny. Why are you bringing this into this realm? Second off, it's not Dixon, it's Dunban, and we're not even having this discussion, okay? Have you seen his hair? With everything that you have accomplished now, what dreams do you have now that you really want to seize? Honestly, like to continue growing the channels. Hopefully we can reach 250K before we know it, and then later on hit that halfway milestone and maybe one day hit 1 million subs. But again, subs aren't everything. So I think for me, it would really be to connect more community members, connect more streamers, connect more content creators, and just build a family. Maybe do stream teams. I think that'd be really cool. I would also really like to do fundraising and charity events. I think that'd be really, really awesome to help those in need. What's the weirdest thing a fan has asked you? There's a lot. I don't think this is the weirdest thing. This is like the only thing I can think off the top of my head. One of the weirdest things people ask is if they could see the webbing of my hands. I think I'm gonna sit on my hands for the rest of the video. There's internet Google search. Why do you gotta see mine, dude? Chill. My question is, what do you want to be questioned? Listen, man, I need content. Game that everyone loves, but you hate. I do hate the ones where you have to like blow air up girls' skirts to see their underwear. Yeah, guys, come on. It's not, there's just other things to be associated with. I'm sorry, gal gun. You gotta go. Get. Favorite color, blue. Other than that, gray, and then white. Those are my 3 favorite. How tall are you? 10 feet tall. I'm average. I'm 5'5". There you go. Why do you need to know? Do you have a problem? I've been a fan for a while now, but never actually thought about your real name. I understand if you don't want to, but would be cool if you can answer this one. Here's my address and my social security number and my credit card number while I'm at it. When did you start to stream and upload content? It was roughly November of 2016. So it's been a hot minute, but not forever. Violence, speed, or momentum? All of them, baby! All of them! We're at the tippity top of the mountain and we're only halfway there. Woo! What's the thing you like most about yourself? My ego. I think I can appreciate the fact now that I don't take myself too seriously. Favorite soundtrack from video games? I would have to say Zelda Skyward Sword. It's probably one of the first orchestrated soundtracks in general for Zelda, and that was a big deal for the 25th anniversary. It's crazy that we're 10 years down the road from then. Other than that, I like the licensed out kind of style that we did with Death Stranding, which is also one of my favorite video games lately. Do you plan on getting another cat? And if so, what would you call it? I actually have a second one. Cat or demon, I'm not exactly sure, trying to figure it out. She's causing me a lot of stress right now, but her name is Kenna in honor of Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which should be launching sometime later this year in 2021. Favorite song? Whispers in the Dark by Skillet from their album Comatose. Big fan of that song, and it's actually one of the first songs to get me inspired to start drumming, so shout out to them. Any scary experiences? As drastic as a lot of other people's? No, I've had some scary experiences that have changed my opinion on a lot of life scenarios. You know, it is what it is. If you're ever curious to hear about those scary experiences, feel free to come and check it out on Twitch, because we talk about them all the time. Creepers, stalkers, all that different kind of stuff. If you can live in a different country, what would it be? I would like to try Canada if it existed. I think Canada would be pretty cool. I think Japan would be pretty awesome as well. Although I feel like I would definitely need to be able to learn more about the culture and learn Japanese to begin with. It's very difficult. I've tried learning it at least twice in my life. I'm not as smart as I think I am. What is your absolute favorite memory in any Zelda game you have ever played and experienced? I think it would have to be playing through Breath of the Wild. All these years later, Skyward Sword being my favorite Zelda, playing through Breath of the Wild after all this time, and you get to a certain point at the end of the game and you hear a certain sound come from a certain sword and you realize that it is a certain character you thought you'd never hear from again. I welled up instant tears. It is one of my favorite characters of all time, and I'm very glad that they could tie in the front end of the Zelda timeline to the end of the Zelda timeline. And if you know, you know. Thank you, Zelda team. Thank you, Ainuma-san. You guys are geniuses and I love you. What is your most treasured stream memory? I think my most treasured stream memory would have to be my first stream back this year after taking a break. I had moved to a new apartment and was going through some really rough stuff, and being back and being welcomed by so many people when I was so terrified and sad to be in a sad state and still be here with you guys, and you guys being so kind and generous to me. I think that that was perhaps one of the most eye-opening and humbling experiences ever. So shout out to all you guys who stuck by me through everything and have been nothing but loving and supportive, because you guys are the best part of what I do. What is your favorite game series besides Zelda? Oh, that's tough. Honestly, next to Zelda would probably have to be Star Fox. I'm a big Star Fox fan. Wait, no, I lied. Splatoon and then Star Fox. I'm only saying that because I know we're getting a Splatoon 3. Where's the next Star Fox game? Just port Star Fox Assault over, you cowards! Where in the world would you like to travel to that you haven't been to before? Japan! What is your favorite mode and map to play on in Splatoon? I like Splat Zones. And map, I like Piranha Pit and or Mako Mart. Malcolm Mart? Mako Mart. How do you say it? Let me know in the comments below. How many years did you play drums for? I still play drums to this day, not as often, and I can't play in my current space because small space, second story, neighbors don't like it. But I've been playing for roughly 18 years, I believe, at this point, and wouldn't look back a single day. How come streamers become friends with people they meet in games and with other popular streamers, but not with their own supporters? Have you not met me? I'm friends with everyone. Everyone loves me, and I love everyone. To be real, it is very hard for streamers to become friends with everyone. I think it's very easy to relate and to converse with you while you are live in the Twitch atmosphere of things because it is live streaming. However, there are parasocial relationships, which again is a whole thing in itself. But with content creators, we tend to relate more on common connections and on trolls and on scary things that happen to us. So we have this kind of basic understanding of what each other goes through. And that doesn't mean we hate you or we don't like you. It just makes it more in common for us so we have more things to talk about. However, I love my community. I love you guys. There's a reason why I'm wanting you to ask me questions. If I didn't care about what you thought, I wouldn't have asked you to ask me things. So, you know, I hope you know I consider you a friend. Unless you hate me, then I still love you. What is your favorite PC game? Games that I play on my PC overall? Actually, I really like Death Stranding on my brand new computer. It's a freaking beautiful game. And though I did enjoy it on my PS4, it's probably been my favorite game to play on PC as itself. I don't think I've bought too many PC exclusive games, but Death Stranding is my favorite by far right now. If you're a character from a video game, movie, or TV show, who would you want to be and why? I mean, do we need to ask this? Zelda from Zelda. Come on, come on, come on! How complicated is your stream setup? Cable management! After After Jonesy is announced at E3 and the Fighters Pass 2 closes out with Rillaboom, Sakurai announces a Season 3 of Smash DLC with 4 new fighters and 1 new Echo. He asks you directly to choose them. Who are you getting? What are you on? Let the man rest! One's gotta go. The Legend of Zelda, Splatoon, Overwatch, God of War. Who dies? What? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? No, I'm not falling for this trap. We're not doing it. Everything that you went through the last year or so, how did you bring yourself to keep streaming? Was it hard to keep going live? Mental health is actually a very important thing. And it was something that I didn't want to acknowledge for a very long time, but getting rest, having days where you literally do nothing, or having days where you just pamper yourself a little bit more are extremely important. I think sometimes not forcing yourself to make content is a very, very, very important decision to make. And it's okay to take that time if you need to, if you have the ability to do so. However, I will say being able to talk and hang out with you guys on almost a daily basis has been the coolest part, because I could feel subpar starting stream, but 15 minutes, 20 minutes in, you guys got me laughing, and it's just a great time. So again, thank you guys for being in my life, because you've kept me sane many a times. Future plans for OnlyFans and Patreon. Yes, more flexes and more cosplays. Finish your question. Was there something else that you wanted? Because you're not getting it. What has been your favorite game that's released since quarantine started? I think for a lot of people, Animal Crossing kept a lot of people sane. However, Hyrule Warriors and Ghost of Tsushima are probably my top 2 picks for sure. And actually, as of a couple days ago, Monster Hunter Rise has been a really, 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 really awesome game to get into. So shout out to the Monster Hunter community for getting me into that game, because this is by far my favorite installment of the series thus far. Can you tell the lovely and pure audience watching something your mother doesn't know about? My mother knows everything. Believe me, she knows everything. Hi, Mom. What do you love most about streaming? You. I love you. Do you think cancel culture will ever come to a head? That's a very loaded question for 100,000 subscribers. Everything's gonna hit a boiling point eventually. And yes, I think times do change, and I think people will learn to understand there are better ways to handle situations. Now, will outrage culture end? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I think the best way to navigate the atmosphere of cancel culture is to just not do it yourself, and to encourage other people with positive reinforcement versus negativity, and learning to cut out the people in your life who actually deserve it. People grow, people change, and you know what? Everybody deserves a second chance, depending. What comforts you most when you're feeling lost or afraid? Music and my cats and Slim Jims. If you suddenly decided to pick up and learn an instrument you've never played before, what would it be? Singing? That counts as an instrument. I can't sing to save my life. I sound like a dying bird. If I could learn how to sing, I would do it in a heartbeat. Where would you say you learned the importance of comedic timing? What? It is all in the editing. All in the editing, Jordan. It's all editing. What album or soundtrack would you purchase on vinyl first if you did decide to get a record player after all? I think something from like the Fallout series would be really cool, because it's kind of got like that vintage feel anyway with the radio. What's your least favorite thing about streaming? Literally all the technical difficulties, and you don't know it's gonna fail until it fails. The real thing that gets my goat about streaming is the freaking internet service providers just shutting off your internet for no reason. Yes, I'm looking at you, Spectrum. Favorite hot sauce? A1 steak sauce with Tabasco. Does that count?
What?
Or just Tabasco. But A1 steak sauce with Tabasco. That stuff's freaking clutch. Why won't Splock play Splatoon? Real friends play games you want them to play. He's not a real friend. Is there an irrational fear that you can't seem to trick your brain into letting go of? Wow, that's very deep. Yes, failing people. Failing people is a very big thing. And it's something that you have to realize. You're gonna fail people, and they're just gonna people that are not gonna like you, and you can't do anything about it. So you know what? It's best just to not give up.
F is for
Can I be your bodyguard? I have snacks. No. Who are you? No, you're not tricking me with snacks. I know how this goes. Was there ever a time when you didn't articulate well? I articulate well? Last time you experienced buyer's remorse. Balan Wonder... I'm kidding. I didn't buy Balan Wonderworld. You thought? Yeah, actually was Blackout for Call of Duty. For the battle royale, and I couldn't even play with my friends because it wouldn't let us connect, and I played probably 3 hours out of that entire thing, and I regret it. Did your ability to do callouts as well as you do in competitive games like Overwatch and Splatoon come naturally to you, or was it something that you had to work on and get comfortable doing? Everybody starts out somewhere with games where you have to talk to your teammates. You all start somewhere, and usually hearing players that are better than you, watching streamers that are better than you, or watching tournaments where players are better than you, you learn a lot. So it just kind of comes from picking up and copying what they do and learning specific jargon. Like when I was a kid, I learned my first phone number from my mom because she worked from home and she'd always repeat it. Did it matter? No. Was my teacher impressed? Yes. What is your one absolute favorite song out of the entire Legend of Zelda series? Ooh, it's a tie. Either Zelda's Lullaby, because backwards it is the goddess's ballad, or Fi's theme, because it has so many different renditions and it is absolutely beautiful. And I know how to play it on Ocarina. Fun fact. One is the hardest, most tilting moments you can remember facing in any Legend of Zelda game you have played. Actually, when I was a kid and we first started playing The Legend of Zelda with Ocarina of Time, the Lost Woods, believe it or not, took us a lot longer than I'd like to admit. At like 6, 7 years old, we couldn't get through Lost Woods, and that game took a couple years to beat with me and my friends. But I will say, when you finally get yourself out of Kokiri Forest and you first open up to Hyrule Field for the first time, it is the biggest mind-blowing moment. So all of those hours that we spent struggling in the Lost Woods were completely worth it. When you first started streaming, did you at any point think that you would go on to create one of the most loving, supportive, and wholesome communities anyone could ever be blessed to join? No, I did not. I didn't even think I would keep streaming. You guys are great. I love you. Thank you. So many hearts. Throw them all at them, Jordan. Take my love. Have you seen The Muffin Man? No. No, I haven't. I'm sorry. I received a happy light therapy lamp as a present a few years ago, and to an extent it works. Does your stream lighting serve that purpose for you by enhancing your mood and energy? Actually, no. It's extremely exhausting, and I wear blue light glasses all the time because it hurts your eyes. What's your beauty routine? I take showers, and I use lotion. Minimal makeup actually works best for me lately. That's been my favorite thing, to just accentuate natural features. And, brush my hair and brush my teeth. And deodorant. If you opened a fast food chain, what would be the premium item on the menu? Pasta. Yeah. Has working out affected the way you shop for clothing? It's affected the way I feel in clothing. However, I just buy more workout gear lately. I would say, if anything, streaming has affected my wardrobe more than working out. Mainly because I get to wear PJs all the time. How different is Tak's behavior between the first month with Kenna and now? He doesn't bully her as much, but when she acts up, he kind of is like mommy's little helper, and he like chases her and he's like, don't do that. It's a work in progress right now. Why are you like this? I know exactly who asked this question, and I was born this way. You stop it. I love you. Thank you for your support. You're great. I don't know. In your opinion, is impulsivity worsened or improved by the internet? It is worsened by the internet for sure. For sure. Just because you might think you have many choices on the internet nowadays, does that mean you actually do? You don't. Treasure the things in your life and your commitments in life and stick to them, or don't make them if you can't keep them. You own an amusement park and you're afforded one license from any company of your choosing. Which IP would you base a roller coaster park ride on? Literally all of the Legend of Zelda. Instead of Cinderella's castle, it's Zelda's castle, or Hyrule Castle. And then you have Hyrule Fields, and you're walking through Hyrule Fields. There's Bokoblins, there's Moblins, there's Stalfos, there's everything. There's freaking Lionels. Animatronics galore. You can have Loft Wing simulator rides, and you can have freaking like jousting sessions like they do at the Renaissance Festival. That'd be so cool, dude. Come on, Zelda. Duh. Which is the best shade of purple, and why is it lavender? Why is that even a question? Where's Jackie I don't know. Did you buy up all of the Chester Flamin' Hot Fries? I can't find any. Probably. Actually not sponsored. Hot Fries. You the best. What scent triggers childhood memories for you, if any? Christmas tree smell. I love Christmas time, so evergreen trees. What is your favorite memory with Tak? The day I got him. The day I got him. He best memory. What is a talent that you have that you're most proud of? I have so many. I can do this. If you could spend one full day with any video game character to learn whatever you could from them in that time, who would you choose? Probably Zelda. But Zelda after she's done like ruling an entire kingdom, when she's like old and like, can talk about her experiences, I would love to hear her stories. What are some of your most favorite pieces in your collection? I would have to say my Master Sword, my Death Stranding baby, and also probably the picture of Fi that my sister painted. I love them very much. What do you want most for your collection that you don't have already? If I could have my friend Gonda Chris make me a custom amiibo, I would cry. I would love to be a custom amiibo. Who are 3 people you really appreciate in life? That's very tough. Jesus is pretty cool. I'd have to say my mom, and then probably like my sisters kind of count as one person because, you know, like we're really close. I don't know if I'd be the same person if it wasn't for them. If you weren't a Twitch streamer, what would you have wanted to be? Honestly, I tried going the corporate route and I think I would have eventually found I wasn't super happy with it. I think I probably would have gone more of the music route. I think teaching music would have been a really, really cool experience. Either that or just being in performance of music of some sort. I think that would have been a really, really, really big thing for me if I didn't have streaming and a creative energy otherwise exerted through an avenue such as Twitch and YouTube. What advice would you give to your younger self? Continue to not care about what other people think. You are on the right track, and don't doubt yourself as much as you do, because all your choices that you have for your gut reactions are there for a specific reason, and that doesn't make you mean or a jerk if you stand up for yourself. It just makes you confident, and always stand up for yourself, because if you don't, no one else will. How were the first few months of streaming? Did you get an audience right away, or did it take a while? I want to say it took about a couple weeks to a couple months. We slowly started trickling in, and as we switched on to new games and we switched on to new directories, the audience kind of started growing more broad and widened, and it went from just one game to multiple games. And that's the beauty of variety streaming, is we meet people from all across different interests and all across the world. And so I want to say we grew relatively quickly, and I think that's going to be a different pace for everyone. It just depends on how you want to set up your stream to your personal preferences. How did you start loving Zelda so much? Zelda, I got by accident with the collector's edition with the GameCube my mom bought for us for Christmas. It was the only console where you could play more than 2 people at a time. Since there were 3 of us, my mom bought it. She bought us with Mario Party. Zelda was accidentally attached to that as a Christmas present. When my sisters didn't want to play video games anymore, I opened the Zelda disc, started playing it, saw Link on his horse, fell in love with Ocarina of Time, and it became a bonding experience that not only did I have with my siblings, where I would read the narration out loud to them, I would also play with all my guy friends across the neighborhood, and we'd trade discs and we'd go to different houses every day. It became a community project. And it was something that just kind of, I loved playing with other people and sharing my love with it with other people. And it's been here throughout my whole life. So now each game is like a chapter in my life, and I don't think I would have it any other way. What was your experience like transitioning to full-time streaming? It was scary at first, but I will say it is one of the most dedicated transitions I've ever had. You have to be confident in yourself, and you have to consistently learn new things. So it was terrifying, but also every little piece of progress or upgrade you made was perhaps one of the most rewarding experiences I think I've ever felt in my life, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. What is the weirdest piece of gaming merchandise that you have? No, it's not the baby. Quit it. Play Death Stranding if you don't understand. The baby makes perfect sense. Stop it. No, seriously, the weirdest piece of merchandise I have for gaming is actually recent. I just got it from Capcom, and it's a pair of boxers. I don't wear boxers. Thanks, Capcom. What are your top 3 Zelda games? Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, and Breath of the Wild tied for second, and then Twilight Princess. Who is your favorite dog water bottle drinker? You know who you are. Where did you first meet Tak? I met Tak at the animal shelter when I was going to adopt another kitten. That kitten actually got adopted right before I got there. My boss wouldn't let me off of work in time, and I was devastated. And as I was about to leave the facility, Tak was on a cage next to the door on the exit, so I missed him on my way in, and he was there, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he did a cute little rub up against the gate, and I was like, oh my God, you're so cute. And then I took him home. Ever consider professional wrestling? Which is one of your favorite moments as a gamer? I would have to say getting to travel and meeting some of my biggest role models from games or companies that I have just looked up to. So getting to meet some of my favorite role models has been a surreal experience that I don't think I'll ever get tired of, because yes, they're humans just like you or I, but getting to shake their hand and thank them for all the hard work that they've put in has been an incredible honor that I will never get tired of. What is the highest rank you've ever reached in Overwatch? Masters! and I don't think I'll ever see it again. Which avatar character personally would you compare yourself most to? Personally, I feel like I would end up being like Sokka. I feel like I wouldn't get bending just knowing my luck. I feel like I'd just be the meat and sarcasm guy with a boomerang. Honestly though, I think probably relate a lot to Katara. I think I tend to be more of the mom in the group, tend to make plans and tend to like kind of stress out the most. And I know I shouldn't be, but that's just how it always ends up being. But Katara is a real one. She's pretty freaking cool. So I look up to her in a lot of ways. Out of all the Zelda games you've played, what is your absolute favorite dungeon? Probably would have to be Ancient Cistern from Skyward Sword. You cannot tell me that that boss is not the best boss to ever exist. Damn, people asking out here real personal questions. I can't even put these in the video. I mostly lurk in the chat because I'm shy. Is this normal? Yes, it's normal. Thank you to all my lurkers. I appreciate you and I love you. Are you always as confident as you seem with everything that you do, or do you experience moments where you might doubt yourself and your abilities? I think for the most part, almost everybody's going to doubt themselves and their abilities, and there's going to be things that you don't like about yourself that you wish you could change. I will say though, you have to think of the big scheme of things, what's really important to stress on and what's not. What can you control and what can't you? And that has made all the difference. Who's your favorite celebrity crush? Hugh Jackman. What's most oppressive? Pants, bras, or Switch's voice chat requiring an app? Need I say more? Wait, I didn't even say anything. Pants. What is the biggest challenge you had in your life? Learning to identify toxicity and getting out of it when you can. Stand up for yourself. What is the first thing you would do if you won the lottery? Pay my taxes and invest my money. How do you eat so much? I don't know. I'm just hungry. How different is your character MissClick from your real life self? I don't think too different. I mean, we smell the same. We feel the same. We're both extremely annoying. MissClick might be a little bit louder. Just a little bit every now and then. No! What's your favorite truck and why is it Big Mac Daddy? What does that even mean? In the past month, what's the longest amount of time you spent without fidgeting with your phone? I actually sometimes won't touch my phone for an entire day, and it makes a lot of people mad, but believe me, it is so worth it. Just don't touch your phone, even for just one day or even just for half a day. You will feel much better afterwards. Can you spot Orion's belt without using a star app or picture for reference? Orion's belt is perhaps the only constellation I can recognize, so yes, I can recognize it. GameCube or Nintendo 64? Nintendo GameCube. What is your favorite movie / TV series? Movie, DreamWorks The Prince of Egypt. TV series, probably Marvel's The Punisher. Who was your first video game crush, if any? Link. Ocarina of Time adult Link. I've since come to realize it's not really a crush, it's more of an admiration, but you get the idea. Do you prefer having long hair or short hair? I think now I definitely prefer Personally, now I think short hair is a lot easier and it's a lot more maintainable. I think long hair, there are certain moments where you feel prettier and more princessy, but overall it's a lot more of a hassle and it's way more expensive to take care of. I think if I really wanted to have long hair, I guess I could just do wigs, but short hair, I think right now is more of my go-to style. What are you looking forward to the most in 2021? Honestly, continued growth for the channels and getting to meet more of you. I'm hoping that the world can kind of return to more of a sense of normalcy and peace and hopefully some more health. And I would like the fact that hopefully more people can acknowledge what an amazing time we are in for video games and for internet culture in general. I think we have a lot of awesome things to look forward to, and I think we have a lot to be grateful for. So I'm really excited, and I hope for a fact that we could just see some of these amazing things come to life and get to experience this amazing time that it really means to be a gamer. Where do you feel like you need more support? What would you like to see happen? Well, again, like 2021, just continued growth, and wherever you decide you prefer to support your favorite content creators, not just me, but anyone else in general, check out all of their social media links and see what their rewards entitle that you feel like would be the most beneficial for you. Honestly, I'm happy even if you just come to hang out in the comments section or watch my videos or watch my streams live. Whether you're talking or not, the fact that you're there means the world. And I'm honored to know all of you. And again, I wanted to thank every single one of you for helping us reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I never thought we'd be here. It was the best accident of my life. So those are just a couple questions about me, and I hope you really, really liked them. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support throughout all of this. You guys are freaking great. And you know what? Actually, you guys didn't really ask that many inappropriate questions. I'm actually very surprised. I was prepared to use this, and you didn't even make me use it. I'm kind of sad. No, I'm not. I'm actually very happy. So thank you guys, seriously, for being awesome and for being real ones. You guys are phenomenal. That will be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, if you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon, and make sure you get those notifications. Post some videos out here for you, whether it's from streams or reactions or fun little videos like this. Would love to have you along for the ride. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. We will see you in the next video. Until next time, stay awesome, stay beautiful, and stay savage. You guys are pretty great. Have a good one, guys. Bye. Next time. Can you say goodbye? Can you say bye-bye? Say bye-bye.